Here. ENCA's Masego Rahlaga joins us live from Vleerhof, and she is live for us. Masego, talk to us. Who are these lucky veterans? Are these the MK veterans in the true sense of the word, or are these MKM VA veterans? Look, I'm trying to be controversial here. I'm merely trying to establish, are these genuine veterans who are getting these houses?
Good morning, Chloe. Well, we've vetted some of them, and it's actually MK veterans who are getting these houses, about 200 to 250 of them today. As you know, in Gauteng, the MEC of Human Settlement, Uhuru Moiloa, had set a target of about 600 people, veterans specifically, Chloe, who would actually be given homes. And this is quite a positive story for us to tell, especially in December, after such a long year, actually a long 5 years. So it's quite a positive story to see some of these men and women who fought for the liberation of the country getting roofs over their heads. It's in a security estate, so also you see that they'll actually be looked after and safe under these roofs. But let me not actually go on and on about it. I do have the two ministers responsible for the project that's taking place today. I have Minister Noma India Mfegato, who is the Human Settlement Minister, and of course Minister of Defence Nosivwe Mapisa-Nqakula. Thank you so much for joining us live on ENCA, Ma. A very big task that you're taking on today. I'm sure you're happy about, giving these Christmas presents to some of these veterans.
Very, very. It's exciting. It is indeed a Christmas present. We're handing over, there are 200 houses for the military veterans. Today we'll hand over part of that. We have something like 60 already, but within a short space of time we'll be able to hand over the total 200. And it's really a token of appreciation for having what we have today, a new South Africa, because of these gallant fighters of our country. That's what we're doing today.
Very positive story indeed. Minister Mapisa-Nqakula, you're in charge of these men and women who, like I said earlier, fought for us to see, us young people to see what we see today and are able to do what we do, all of these dreams that we can achieve. Of course, even from you, it's very, it's heartwarming to see this happening today.
Certainly it is, but equally embarrassing that when Human Settlements is handing over 200 houses to military veterans, that for now, only 69 will be able to move in. And I want to take this opportunity and use your services to call on military veterans, particularly those who are destitute, those who are indigent, those who really have nothing, to come forward and grab this opportunity with both hands. I know that the flats are 43 square meter, and there has been a promise that military veterans would be built. Their houses would be 50 square meters. And I want to make an appeal that in spite of all that, once there is a house available, if you are destitute and if you know of a military veteran who lives under the bridge, please, for Christ's sake, allow that military veteran to come forward and grab this 43 square meter. I know that because that is the issue right now. We've been battling very seriously to get people to come in. There are many applicants. There are those, of course, who do not necessarily qualify, who already have properties, and therefore, in terms of the criteria, may not be given these flats for now, because our priority is to attend to those who are destitute, those who really have nothing, for that matter, even unemployed. But if you look at the numbers, we actually have a way bigger number of that category of military veterans. But today we are only handing over 60 because of the engagements, the dynamics amongst military veterans themselves. But I want to say on behalf of government, we really may have taken long to do this. However, please let us allow those who need houses to come forward and not question the size of the houses. Those are matters which can be dealt with later, having attended to the needs, the immediate needs of those veterans who really have nothing.
Minister,
I'd like to send.
Minister, I'm just going to offer him just a little bit. You have men and women who have a huge task in the operations in the Val. How are those operations going? Will they be working over the festive season?
That team which is in the Val will be there until the end of 2019, December 2019. At least that is the date I have for now, which has been given to me by the person who is commanding that engineering unit. I think they are doing well. They will do more with more hands, not in terms of maybe our engineers. They may actually have to partner with other entities so that things can move with speed. But for now, they are happy. They are aware of the magnitude of the challenge, but they are determined to deal with the issue. Nonetheless, yeah.
And I'm just going to ask the Minister of Human Settlement as well, just another question, with Minister Mapisa Ngakula saying she's asking the people that she looks after to come forward, more of them to come forward, giving away only 60 houses today. What's going to happen once these veterans have moved in? Are they going to be able to sustain the homes? Is government going to make sure that, they are able to, for instance, pay for water and lights if they need to pay for that?
Well, definitely different spheres of government will have to look at that. There's a role for municipality. There's what is called indigent register, where, there's discount in what people are doing. Indigent don't pay the full amount anywhere in the municipality. That is a law. Definitely, we have a role to play where we see there's a gap and where we need to assist. Defense, of course, and SASA, the grants that the government gives to different people. We will make sure as intergovernmental structure that those we put in houses are able to sustain those houses.
Well, let's speak to some of the veterans that are... Yes, Minister.
Of the Department of Military Veterans, we appreciate that the Minister has taken that decision, that some of them will be registered as indigent. But I've directed the DG and his team to make some relief and allow these people to be part of the SRD, Social Relief of Distress, and be given an allowance whilst we are mobilizing with other stakeholders who are also part of defense to assist us by donating beds, donating all of the things, immediate household things which you require when you move into a house. But for now, with all the challenges we have and very limited resources, I've directed still that they should be given SRD just for them to be able, for their dignity, for they able to be able to buy a pot, because some of them have been sustained by their families. So as you move into this house, the family will not be here back home where you lived. They will not be able to provide for a loaf of bread or even to buy you a spoon. So that's SRD at least should assist people to buy beds, to buy the needed groceries for now and move on.
The bare essentials, that would be great. Yes. So I just wanted to speak to one or two of the MK veterans, Xoli, just to find out from them this positive story and receiving this Christmas present here today after fighting, like I said, for the freedom of this country. So your name and surname, please, and tell me how you feel today.
My name is Mr. Cyril Edward Aki. I represent the South African Cape Corps. I'm happy for this, for the event and everything. I'm happy for the flats. We were fighting this battle for how long, and I'm happy for what's happening today, and I appreciate it.
Mama, I don't know, but Ma was telling me earlier that, you had to leave your children behind, for instance, to make sure that, one day we will realize what we realize today as South Africa. Receiving a house today, how do you feel?
Ngijabule kakhulu. Dala ngihlezi ngibuye excited ngafika ngahlupheka ngahlukumezeka ngaphuma ekhaya kithi bengangifuzi bengibiza ngokuthi ama-exile agcwele endlini ngihlukumezeke kakhulu namhlanje ngizizwa ngijabule kakhulu ukuthi nami namhlanje ngizoze ngibe nendlu yami ukuthi mase ngihambile emhlabeni ngihambe ngiphume endlini yami ebiza mina ngizizwa ngijabule kakhulu angazi ukuthi ngaba namaphiko ukuthi ngindize or ngenze njani ngendlela engijabule ngakona yazi ngizizwa njena ngijabule kokuqala kokugcina.
Kweli Mama saying in isiZulu that she is so happy, she feels like she could fly, the way that she's so happy about receiving this home today, and the fact that she has the dignity of one day having her own home. When she leaves this earth, she leaves from under her roof. Mama Khumutso, I was speaking to you earlier. You joined the military veterans, or rather the MK in 1972.
Yes.
You were telling me that you were one of the people who would take the arms around various points. Yes. How do you feel? How do you feel today, your children, knowing that you have a roof and a house that you can call yours?
Yeah, I'm very grateful because the last Indaba, I wrote a letter to the minister, and then he mandated Oli to help me. So with all the patience, I was just telling myself that God's time is the best. But today I'm really grateful. You know, even if it was at a later age, but as I said, God's timing is the best. Maybe this is the right moment. I just take it now, like a retirement village for me, because it's an apartment. Yes, though I was looking forward for a home, but whatever I got, I really appreciate very much. And the minister, or even the minister, the DG as well, I thank them for having permitted this special day, and the Minister of Human Settlement as well. Yes.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on your new homes. Well, there you go, Xoli. You know, it's quite a positive story to tell today. You know, these military veterans who are moving in, like she said, Mama Khumutso said right now, that, you know, it might be a little later in her life and she might be a little older, but she appreciates whatever from government to show the appreciation for the fact that South Africa has come this far 24 years after democracy, and after fighting, like she was telling me earlier, Xoli, she would travel to the likes of Botswana and Uganda, which is where she met her husband as well, to actually take the firearms to the MK, to the Mkhonto weSizwe, so that they can come back here and fight for the liberation of South Africa. So very positive story as we go towards Christmas.
All right, Masego Ratlacha, very heartwarming story there. And of course, those are the real fighters of the struggle for the liberation of this country. And we thank you to our government for the little that they could do to provide some comfort to these real-life heroes.